What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Beam Big here, and today we are back with Two
Two boys,
Boys, One
one
Piece.
piece. That was
Yeah,
that was so off.
let's go.
That was like the most off we've been in like 5 episodes, man.
Dude,
Jesus.
you know
Mhm.
we're almost at the
Yeah.
end, and we're about to. We still haven't gotten that.
I know we only got like 2 episodes left.
Yeah, man. Hit the subscribe button. Comment down below how awful we are at this.
Yep. We'll practice next
Hit,
time. We'll
hit the
make we'll
like
make sure
button.
we get it right.
Uh, yeah, we what? All right, so today we're covering Zoe and Whole Cake. Only half of Whole Cake though, because it do be long.
Yeah, whole cake's real long.
About as long as Dressrosa, except not as long.
It's 80 chapters, which is sizable. And then add in Zoe, which is kind of basically a setup arc for Whole Cake, and
Yep.
that's a whole. That's like a whole 100 chapters, you
And
know.
if you count Reverie as, if you count Reverie a part of it, that's like 115 chapters.
Reverie. We'll get to Reverie.
You know?
We'll get to Reverie. That's an arc right there.
But yeah, Two Boys One Piece is the manga review series. It's coming to a close.
Mhm.
A close meaning it's not done. We're just gonna not talk about the manga until Wano's finished.
Yeah, we don't have we don't have like the main story. We don't have much of the main story left to go.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Before we get into it, hit that like and subscribe
Yeah!
button.
Yeah!
Because
Please.
you know, yeah, just please.
Please.
I won't give you a reason. Just do it.
You can leave after you hit the like, the subscribe button, and comment down below.
Yeah, no, take off after that.
Yeah. We just need analytics, bro. The analytics. It do be helping.
Exactly.
It do be helping
More
the
people have been
algorithm.
watching these videos than we
thought. I mean, we hit double digits. I never expected that.
And that's odd to me.
Even
That's
Dressrosa Part 2 got like 7 views, which is a lot for Part 2, considering that Part 1 only got 11 views.
Huh. Well, that's
yeah, let's
something.
go, bro.
Let's get
into
let's
it, bro.
get into it.
So, we left off. The Straw Hats were going to Zoe with my boy, Bartolo.
What?
Bartolomeo?
Bartolomeo.
He
Oh
gave him a
yeah.
ride. Yeah. But before,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but before that, we hop into some other world stuff. So the warlords are popping off right now. And by that I mean, there's a new warlord, Edward Weevil, who is the self-proclaimed son of Whitebeard.
Yeah, I mean he's got the same beard in a way. It's just very thin.
Yeah. He's also built like that, kinda. Like
oh yeah, the even the Marines are like the only reason why we made him a warlord is just because he's like basically just as strong as Whitebeard was in his younger days.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say. And but I mean he is ugly as fuck.
I
There's
mean,
no
wait,
way.
was that lady who's with him his mom?
I think it might be his mom, yeah.
I mean, I
'Cause
wouldn't
she's
be
like,
surprised.
I'm the woman who Whitebeard loved, you know?
I wouldn't be surprised if Whitebeard had actual kids.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I just don't think it's Weevil, dude.
I mean,
I don't get how.
he had an entire harem on him the first time we see him. They were
He
nurses,
did.
but
You're right. Yeah, trying to keep him alive.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah. Yep, and
But-
Bogey is vibing too.
Yeah, I just don't get how Whitebeard's.
Yeah.
I just don't buy into how Whitebeard's genetics, like beautiful genetics, creating that monstrosity. I just don't. I just don't see it personally.
Hey man, don't sleep on the Weevil, bro. He'll come out of nowhere, bro. I'm calling it right now. Weevil's gonna take down Kaido. I'm predicting the future.
Wow, that's a serious call out right there.
He's gonna show up. You haven't even read Wano, so you don't even know what's happening yet. But
Nope.
He's gonna show up and he's gonna body both of them. One shot.
let's go. Let's go. Um,
Um,
now we got Buggy.
yeah, we got Buggy.
We see Buggy. What he's up to since the time skip. He started a pirate temp agency.
Yep, he's
um,
also a warlord now.
so, yeah, he's a warlord.
After what happened on Marineford, I'm not surprised, but
Yeah.
like everybody knows, he's like they called him the Shanks' brother, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Um. Yeah, I really like Buggy's design because he's basically just wearing a giant cloth and he has his arms like his whole body spread out, so he looks so much bigger than he is.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
I love his design.
Yeah, man, and then we get what's we see Dragon for a bit. There's some
Yeah,
stuff going on with Burgess finds the revolutionaries base, but we don't really see what happens with that.
yeah, he somehow washes up on there,
Yeah.
and then he's like, he calls in the Blackbeard pirates, and it's like, I
Ooh.
found a really important spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he ends up there, but um, you know, we'll see what comes of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And now we come
and
back to
then
the Straw Hatch, bro, and they're gonna go. They're at Vo, and they're trying to go up the elephant's leg. And how did they do that, Cole?
well, first of all, we got to get past the reveal that the Zoe is a fucking
Oh
elephant.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You just kind of skimmed past like one of the fucking wildest parts of this arc.
Dude, yeah, okay. So
Like one of the wildest settings for an island.
you need a beaver. It's like Punk Hazard. You need a beaver card for Zoe, but the difference between Punk Hazard and this is Punk Hazard's a stationary island, and Zoe is
Yeah,
an elephant that not only is it gigantic, his legs reach the bottom of the sea.
yeah. No, he's like on top of his legs reaching the bottom of the sea. He's also like a good 1,000 feet in the air,
Yeah,
like the top of it.
and so it's really hard
What
to get there.
what an island? I don't know. I think it has a name, the island, but I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember. Yeah, the elephant. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just though.
yeah. He has a name, but we'll probably find it later.
Yeah, we can look it later, but so
Yeah.
yeah, how do the straw hats climb up that big hill? How do the straw hats get on them?
uh, well, I mean, I don't know how they would have gotten up like otherwise, but they had Conjuro,
Conjuro. Yeah,
Conjuro.
Conjuro.
Struggling.
It's
Had
alright.
Conjuro draw with his limited art skills a dragon for them to ride up. Dragon can't fly. He has to climb up this
Slowly.
this poor little thing.
Oh, he's so cute. He is cute. He's like
He's,
ugly cute. Like
he is so cute. I think he's
he's
cute. Like,
cute.
Even
He's
Robin's like
sad.
he's
Cute.
adorable.
I love Robin during this part because she fucking loves him so much.
I know.
Robin.
It's a whole like ordeal to get on top of it. He's like struggling so
Dude.
hard,
And then
and then like
when they get near the top, the Straw Hats start cheering him on.
yeah, they start cheering him on. But then a monkey falls out of the sky and knocks both of the samurai off. So they
Mm-hmm.
kind of get delayed getting there. Um, and then they're cheering the dragon on, and once they
Yep.
get to the top, it's just a little bit farther. Once they get to the top, it's like yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a
And then
triumphant
it just
victory,
fades back into a drawing.
and everybody starts crying.
Yeah.
Robin lays some flowers on the
Oh,
painting for him.
dude, I was so dead the entire time. I cried for him, bro. Like.
I know that part was, God, it was so hilarious.
All right, so
Uh,
now we're on Zoe, and the Straw Hats just start exploring. Obviously, Luffy is like, "Well, off I go." Luffy
yeah,
be.
pretty much. He's like he sees a cool setting, and he's like, I'm on it.
Yep.
Um,
And then they meet a mink. Called
yeah, they
Carrot.
get attacked. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Carrot jumps them.
Yeah,
Uh,
carrot jumps them.
but then the Carrot gets stopped by the dog mink. I forget the name.
Is it Pedro?
No, no, no,
I don't
no,
know.
no, no. It's a girl.
Oh,
She's wearing because she's
her.
wearing Nami's dress.
Ah, right.
Yeah, or
And they're like,
Nami's
"What did you
Nami's
do to?"
clothes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what did you do to Nami? And then they're like, and then I think she says, your crew's your crew's corpse is is over in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take you to that later. It's like corpse. What?
Yeah.
The killer boys?
Oh, I
Um,
forgot about this joke.
yeah, yeah.
All
No,
right, yeah, yeah.
I like that joke, so I remembered it. Um, the minks, man. The way they talk like it just hurt my brain
I forgot.
to read
It's been so long
sometimes.
since since I've read this.
Because I mean, they talk normal, except they say like Yugara
You
and
got oh
like
yeah, Yugara and
yeah, yeah,
y-
you something.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. They
He's
explain it at one
yeah,
point.
no,
They
they
do, but yeah,
yeah. But it's just like it's just a it just confuses me. I don't know. It's it's kind of fun, unique, kind of like the Tentatans talking in baby speak. Um, but it gets I don't know, it gets in the way sometimes of my brain.
yeah, and we finally meet back up with Law's fucking navigator Beppo, dude.
Oh yeah,
We
Laswell Crew is just chilling on his own.
yeah, they're just vibing here, dude, and we find out Beppo is actually a mink, which is
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense because he is a polar bear. I didn't really.
Yeah, he's a polar bear. I mean, you just see like an animal, like a talking animal in One Piece, and you're just like, yep,
Yeah,
that belongs there.
you never think about it because he was the only one we knew before this. But it's
I'm
like
sure we knew a few more.
yeah, okay, maybe, but he doesn't feel out of place.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Yeah, we had like Kumasi, but I don't think Kumasi's a mink. I think he's just
Yeah,
a zombie or something.
I mean
Um,
Chopper.
Well, yeah, Chopper, but Chopper's a unique case.
Yeah, Chopper. Do they think Chopper's a mink when they meet him?
I think so. But then then Chopper's like, nah, I'm just a reindeer. Ate the human fruit.
Yeah, yeah. He's just a normal reindeer. uh, God, what a useless ass fruit! I always forget that human fruit was even a thing.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just think of Chopper as Chopper. I don't think of Chopper the human fruit user.
Yeah, no, you don't think about it. Um, but you know,
Yeah. Anyway, so we move around Zoe for a while and we find out that should we move on to this actually? Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, they
yeah,
meet back up with everybody.
yeah, they meet back up with everybody. They're like the
The
corpse
corpse
that
was
they were
actually
talking about
just
is
Brooke.
revealed to be Brooke. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is like, it makes sense. It makes sense.
And then Kara really likes Luffy's ear for some reason.
It's something about like the fact that they consider the minks consider the humans as like smooth monkey minks, so they're
Mm.
like they find their lack of hair and like their squeakiness and Luffy's specific elasticity to be very
Mm-hmm.
fun to them. I don't know. They're all like dogs basically. They like lick and everything. It's weird.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Carrot likes chewing on Luffy's ear. Um, but yeah, that's that. We meet
The
we
elder.
meet the elder, the
The dog elder.
dog elder. I can't remember his
I don't remember
name.
his name. I don't remember either of their names. I'm gonna be real.
I remember the cat viper. The cat viper was his name.
Neko Mamushi and Inurashi.
Ah,
That's what the wiki says, but I don't know.
but
I don't.
that's not their
Yeah,
English names.
that's not the English names.
Let's see. What is this?
Cat Viper and
Dogstorm.
Dogstorm.
His name is Dogstorm. Yeah, cat viper and Dogstorm. What names?
Wait, that's kind of dope.
I know, right?
And they tell him about 17 days ago before any of the Straw Hats showed up.
Yeah, there was an invasion
Yeah.
of where some of Kaido's crew, one of Kaido's I think commanders, Jack the Drought, came
Yep.
in with this man has a 1.8 billion berry bounty. Like that's the highest bounty we've seen in the series so
Yeah, well,
far.
he's
And it's
got
like this man's
he got a
red.
mystical zone.
You do.
He got the mammoth
He's got a
fruit,
mammoth. Yeah.
which is the second mystical zone we've seen in the series, behind
Third, I
third.
guess, kind of. I mean, I'm because we got
Oh,
Marco.
Sengoku.
Fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about Sengoku. I think in Momonosuke maybe, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
That's like man-made
we
though.
can, yeah,
So
yeah, it is a man. Okay, technically it would be. I guess it would count as a mystical though, because it's the only one of its kind.
yeah, it's a dragon.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Phoenix.
Phoenix, Sengoku,
So yeah, Phoenix,
Phoenix, Buddha,
Buddha,
Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Oh, well, is
So,
it? No, it's not mystical, is it? I guess it would just be an
I think
ancient,
it's yeah, it's called an ancient
ancient
fruit, I
zone.
think.
Because there's a. We
Yeah.
also meet a dinosaur zone, which is
Oh, Drake, right?
Drake, X Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they both fall under the ancient, which is about as rare, but not as rare as the mystical zone.
Hmm.
I think. But it doesn't matter. He
Yeah,
basically bodies all the minks looking for a samurai.
pretty much. Yeah,
The
he's looking for one of the samurai, called Raizo, I guess.
yeah,
But the minks are like, nah, there's nobody here, man. We don't know who that is. And they like hold to that to the point of them getting like tortured.
they
It's
get
like
tortured for a week,
yeah,
like
for a whole
like a
week.
whole week until Sanji and them show up after escaping Big Mom after
Yeah,
Dressrosa.
and I remember they release a gas like chemical weapon on the island too.
Yeah,
On Zoe,
because
like
they
the
have Caesar with
triple
them.
launch film. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Well, yeah. The the Kaido pirates though they release a gas
Oh
weapon.
right. Oh, you're right. Oh, they absolutely decimate the island, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. They like when we get there, it's like all destroyed. Like all the no buildings are intact, pretty much.
Yeah, but also
Um.
we also get to see how Zoe cleans itself
Oh
before
yeah,
this.
yeah. Zunesha is its name.
Zunesha, yeah, Zunesha like washes itself like a normal elephant, so but because he's gigantic, it's a fucking tidal wave.
Yeah, it's a whole ass like yeah, it's a whole ass tsunami.
Yeah,
And he like with the rain comes fish and stuff. That's how they keep themselves fed.
yeah,
I guess that's pretty cool. Pretty cool about
yeah.
that.
I mean, because he just sucks up ocean water, so I'm
Yep.
sure he would get a lot of fish through that. Um,
What he eats or drinks.
but so Chopper and them show up and they help out the minks after. I don't remember
Yeah.
why did he leave in the first place?
Where did you leave?
Uh, Jack.
Jack? I. Oh, good question. I think they're just like, well, you guys clearly don't have anything. I think he's like they. I think he just gave up eventually.
Yeah.
Um, pretty sure. I think. Oh, I think it was. Oh, I know why he left. He was on his way to intercept Doflamingo.
Oh
Um,
right.
from the
Yeah.
Marines. He was gonna go and take get Doflamingo back,
Mm-hmm.
but due to the fact like Fujitora was there, he didn't end up doing anything.
And then Chopper and them show up, and then like that's when uh what's it called? Whatever. Law's crew shows up, and they're all medics, so they help out all the Zoguns, all the
Yeah,
all the meeks.
yeah. Chopper shows. Yeah, Chopper, Nami, and Sanji
Mm-hmm.
and Caesar show up.
And Caesar.
They still have Caesar captive.
Yeah. Right at this point, he doesn't even like. He's gonna be captive for life,
Yeah,
cause like the deal's off, bro.
yeah. No, I don't know what
Dofi's already knocked out.
they're just trying to keep him from Kaido. I think
Yeah.
at this point. Um.
Yep. But and then we get the whole backstory of how Sanji left. So.
Yep. Biggie.
Biggie.
And Peckham's came from the Big Mom Pirates. Bege works for the Big Mom Pirates now, apparently.
Yep. And Peckham's is just a subordinate of the Big Mom Pirates? He's just a pirate,
Yeah,
a pirate.
yeah, we've seen him before.
Yeah. Oh,
In,
right. Oh, in Fishman.
and Fishman, yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
But he gets there and he's like, all right, since you guys saved my like hometown, because Peckham's is a mink.
Yeah.
He's like, since you guys saved my hometown, I'll tell them that they got away, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then
and then Big is
Bege
like, I
shoots
ain't
him in the
having none of that.
back, bro.
Yeah, no, like riddles him, man.
Bro, I mean, like, yeah, Bege's so cool. I don't know why, just the Capone aesthetic, bro. He just pulls out the fucking.
Pulls out a gat.
He pulls out the cat and shoots this man in the back. Yeesh.
Yeah.
And then he's like, alright, you're coming in me, Sanji. I should have rephrased that.
Yeah. It's not the.
Sanji, get inside. That's not great either, but you know, it works better.
It's big, eh?
Yeah.
We know his ability.
Yeah.
You get to see a lot more of it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then he takes Caesar too.
Yeah, and Sanji's like, I'll shoot the hostage, basically. I don't know why he held Caesar hostage when he really has no stake in this. But they don't want him to kill him.
Yeah.
I forget why they want Caesar. They mostly want Sanji. So they came to pick up Sanji because they find turns out Sanji's the third son of the Vince Milk family.
Yeah, and he's like, you're getting married.
Yeah, to the 35th daughter of the Charlotte family. Pudding.
It's Pudding, yeah. That's why it said only alive on his wanted poster at the end of it.
Yeah.
It's because he's getting married, and I guess marriage is a big thing in the Charlotte family, Big Mom's family.
Well, it's just to make her family bigger, isn't it? That's pretty much the only reason.
It's pretty much like political reasons. Which, yeah, again, apparently Sanji's family is real famous.
Yeah, for being the worst criminals of the North Blue.
Yeah. Even Capone, even Bege knows him.
Yeah, even Bege was like, I used to read stories about you. of Germa 66.
Germa 66, bro. Because they're like, they got turned into they were so infamous, they got turned into cartoons and as the bad guys.
Yeah.
Which is such a funny thing. But yeah, so Capone takes Capone Bege. I can't. I'm gonna call him Bege. I always call him Bege in my head. I just for some reason call him. He takes him and they take off.
Yeah.
And then we cut that back to the present.
Yeah.
Cat Viper.
Yeah, Sanji leaves because what did they tell him something, and then he's like, I think they threaten his crew or whatever.
I think they threaten Zeph maybe.
They do threaten Zeph because he's like every Zeph and the Straw Hats.
Yeah.
And then Sanji's like, all right, I'm leaving now, Nami. Goodbye.
he did say I'll be back. He wrote a letter saying I'll be back. But who knows? Who knows?
And then Nami's like, don't tell him about that we have the samurais with us. That we're friends with them. Because they got bodied because of the samurais.
Because of the samurai, yeah.
But then Kinemon and Kanjuro show back and catch up.
Yeah, they took a whole day to to catch back up to them after they fell off.
Yeah.
There's a whole saga of them trying to get back up, but failing each time.
And then they get there and all the Straw Hats are freaking out.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit.
But then Cat Viper and Dogstorm are like, friends!
Yeah, they start kneeling down to them.
Yeah, finally you've arrived.
I was like, what? And then they're like, Raizo was actually there, the ninja. They're just ultra homies.
Yeah,
dude.
They're so homie. Damn, they're not fake at all, dude. They're the opposite.
They got
fake.
tortured for a week.
They lost an arm and a leg, dead ass.
Yeah, literally. And then they show us two Raizo, and Raizo, they had to chain Raizo up to a tree because or else he would go and turn himself in.
Raizo was gonna turn himself in because he didn't want them to get hurt and oh my god! And then we when we meet Raizo, we get introduced to the red poneglyph.
Yeah, the road poneglyphs.
Yeah.
I, um, which are like, or because we learned that Wano, the Wano fact, like
Yeah.
the Wano people are the people who made the poneglyphs.
Yeah. Back in the Void Century.
Yeah,
So most of them know how to read it. I'm pretty sure. Like uh,
I I,
I mean,
I
not
think
most of
that
them. Some of them do.
no, I think it was mentioned that they all lost the ability. They made it, but they never passed down the ability to read
Oh,
it.
but only like a select few probably can.
Yeah, something like that. I think
Uh,
Robin's the only one that can really
yeah. I mean,
read them.
that's true. Interesting. I'm interested to see if Robin's not family, but basically her family,
Yeah,
like where they got the information that
good
they
question.
spent a long time studying, but
You're
did
right.
one of them end up going to Wano and maybe learning stuff there? I don't know. Um, it could be interesting for future, but
Hmm.
yeah, we learned the road. There are 4 road poneglyphs, and all the islands, if put together, take you to an island called Raft Tail. And there's only been one person who's been there before, I think.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
is Gold Roger.
Gold Roger. So if
Yeah,
the
yeah,
One Piece is anywhere, it's probably there.
that's probably there.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's such a hidden island.
yeah. Like the only
Um,
way to get it is to find these
is to find
poneglyphs
these four
and
Yeah,
decipher them, which is
yeah. You have to decipher them, and then you have to like triangulate the position like each place where it tells you to go.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's a whole process. It's a whole ass Zelda puzzle. Um, it's good. Uh,
And then
Another funny thing was that Raizo, Luffy, Usopp, and I think Brook were all like enamored that he's a ninja.
mm-hmm.
They're
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
do some ninpo for us.
Nimpo, bro.
Do some ninja stuff for us. Um, he eventually does. It's,
Ah,
it's
dude.
great. That's a good joke.
It'd be funny if
Um,
Naruto showed up.
this was around the
They're
time that
good friends,
Naruto ended,
right?
wasn't it?
Yeah, I
Who?
mean, Oda and the author, Naruto. I'm pretty sure
I
they're
think
friends.
so. He in one of his cover images, he had like
Mm-hmm.
a secret message.
To celebrate
Um,
like the ending of Naruto or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Uh, but then moving forward, now the plan is we're gonna take down the emperors, baby,
yeah. I mean, we're
because
gonna get Sanji back for the most part.
we know there's a poneglyph in Wano, a road poneglyph.
Yeah.
So they decide the Dressrosa crew, barring Luffy, is gonna go to Wano ahead to Wano,
Mm,
and
right.
Luffy, Chopper, Brook, and Kinemon, I think. Do the samurai? No, do the
One
samurai
of
go on ahead?
I don't know because we forgot to talk about the fact that Momonosuke, Momonosuke
Oh
is a
right,
is the prince of Wano or
He's
something
not
like that.
Kinemon's kid.
No, he's not Kinemon's kid. He's just literally like the emperor of Zou,
Yeah.
or not Zou
Well,
of
the next in
Wano.
line
Yeah, the next in
we
line
should have
for.
been the next in line. Yeah. Um,
Hmm.
he's the
But then
prince,
Kaido showed up
and
and
Kaido showed
kind of
up and
overthrew the
yeah.
Wano government.
Um.
Um, and
Oh yeah, they
so,
talk about Odin.
oh
But
yeah, because Odin's his dad.
uh-huh.
Um,
And
and
Odin
he
could
was
read the poneglyphs.
Yeah, Odin
Yeah.
was a member of the
Roger
Roger
Pirates.
Pirates.
Yep.
Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh yeah, and then at that point, Zunesha starts getting attacked by Jack again.
Mm-hmm. But then
Um,
Momonosuke starts screaming out, as well as Luffy. Uh,
yeah,
and then
because
they end up
Zunesha starts talking, but nobody
yeah,
can hear him.
except for Luffy and Momonosuke, which is interesting,
Yeah,
right? Because Momonosuke has that means Momonosuke has might also have the ability to communicate with with the the sea creatures. I forget the names.
the
The
Neptunians.
Neptunians.
I don't think so. I think it's more like.
Maybe just
I think he might be another like one of the weapons. The ancient weapons.
oh, he might be like Odin's ancient weapon. If Odin's Wano's.
Wano's ancient weapon. Yeah, kind of
Hmm,
like
maybe
Fishman.
because that would make sense if he's connected to Zoe, because Zoe and Wano go way back. So
I wouldn't
far,
know that.
no, I mean, because that's why they're so chill with
Oh
each
yeah,
other.
you're right.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
true. But there's also yeah, Zunesha is like just give me an order and
Give me an
I'll
order.
give me an order to attack and I'll do it.
And then
And
Momonosuke
then he just
does. And then
yeah,
he
and then
bodies the whole fleet. He just sinks the fleet.
yeah, Zunesha just uses a trunk swipe and just literally sinks the whole fleet in one blow. Like not even Jack can do anything about
Hmm.
it. 'Cause, I mean, this is an island-sized elephant. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Um, yeah. So Momonosuke can command this giant creature,
Yeah, that's hmm.
which is some power.
Yeah. And
Uh,
and
I'm
then we
discovering that Zunesha is like walking towards something, but
hmm.
nobody knows like what he's walking towards. He just
Yeah.
walks in the same direction for like he's been walking in the same direction for hundreds of years at this point.
Yep. And then
Yeah, who
that's we got
knows?
our crew. Chopper
Uh,
Chopper Chopper Brook Nami. Peckums is there. He's alive.
yeah, yeah, Peckham's because they're going off to get Sanji back, and
Yep.
They're taking Peckham's because he's a big melon pirate, you know.
Mm-hmm. And Pedro is there.
Pedro, yeah, one of the royal guards or something for Zoe.
And then Kara goes with them too, because she wants to see the world or whatever.
Yeah, but she goes after.
Yeah.
She's not allowed to.
Oh.
She just sneaks on
Oh, she
anyway.
does. She shows up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Momonosuke stays on Zoe for a little bit. His plan was to stay on Zoe for a little bit.
Yeah.
Figure out what's up with Zunesha, see if you can talk to him some more. Some people stay back with him. I don't know
Some
who.
people stay back. Some people go to Wano.
Yep.
Where the Straw Hats are split up again for another arc, but this time we're all with the other half of the Straw Hats.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And
And then
that's basically Zoe.
that's pretty much so. I think
We see Vivi for like a few chapters, like a
yeah, we get the
chapter.
start of the reverie.
So,
Like the reverie's coming up so all the world leaders are like heading out. They're
yeah.
packing up and heading out. Um, yeah.
And we also find out that Jack, he's a fisherman, and he's a devil
Yeah,
fruit user.
Jack's just chilling at
so,
the bottom of the
so
ocean.
he's at the bottom of the ocean. He's like, "Please come and get me,"
he can't drown.
but
He's
he's
a
still
fish man,
weakened by water.
so he can't move in the water.
Yeah.
So he's just chilling there at the bottom of the ocean.
Which is interesting. It's the first fisherman we've seen who has a
Has
devil fruit.
yeah, cause yeah, even on Fishman Island we never had a
Yeah, but that would be like suicide. I feel like not suicide
yeah
because you can't like. I mean, I guess you would go hungry if you.
yeah.
Yeah,
You'd probably eventually starve.
yeah, but it'd be so much worse than drowning, in my opinion.
It's just so much longer and
Yeah.
drawn out.
Jesus.
So I wonder if Jack's okay. I'm sure he is.
Hmm.
But who knows? Who knows?
Yep.
Um, yeah, and that's pretty much so.
I liked that a lot. That was really good. I like it more than One Cassidy, but I also don't like One Cassidy. So was that a
Yeah.
surprise to anybody? Um,
Um,
Same complaints, usual complaints. Honestly I don't even remember the paneling that much. It was like some of it's pretty good, if I remember
yeah, no,
correctly.
I think Dressrosa, or like I think early New World is probably the worst of it, and it just kind of gets steadily better.
Yeah,
But it's still not the best.
yeah. I mean, he's still trying to cram a lot of story in a shorter amount of time.
Yeah.
Like Whole Cake is the same lengths as Skypia, technically.
Mhm.
But we could talk about Skypia in a video. We can. There's no way we can talk about everything that happens in Whole Cake in a video.
Yeah, Whole Cake is like we struggled with Skypia when covering it because it was dense, but Whole Cake is like even more dense.
Yeah, Skypia was a little harder though. Skypia has so many fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're moving on to Whole Cake. Let's go.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
before that we kind of catch up with Kaido, I guess a little bit.
Yeah,
We see that he bodied Kid.
Oh, of course he
Um,
bodied Kid.
yeah, when he showed up on the
Kid wasn't
island.
even ready. Kid had no prep time.
No,
Kid
Kid
was,
had
Kid was going
absolutely
for Shanks and then he ran into Kaido.
Yep. And that did not end good.
And then Kaido's upset because Jack failed and he lost the Smile Factory.
Yep. And they were going hungry because Luffy tried to make soup or curry or something without Sanji.
Yep.
And
then he poisoned himself. Does that?
that doesn't happen yet.
Yeah.
But like,
Okay.
but they ran out of food basically
All right.
on the ship. They ran out of all their rations, and then that leads into them at the start of Whole Cake.
Fishing.
They're like, yeah, they're fishing, and they bring up like one of the most poisonous fish in the sea.
Yeah.
Um, and then Luffy starts eating the skin on it, like which is the poisonous
The
part.
poisonous part. Yeah. Like if Sanji was there, he would have known and skinned the
Yeah,
fish and then.
Chopper found out way too late.
Yeah.
And yeah, just
Lucky it was
yeah.
Luffy that ate the skin.
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
Anybody else they'd be dead.
Luffy, Chopper was like that could take out an elephant, and Luffy was just like but like he still like he recovers pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, he doesn't recover. He was gonna die. I'm pretty sure from that fish, just because of how deadly that poison was.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
then
Yeah. Okay.
to
Sanji.
Drama 66.
Yeah. So Sanji, he's hanging out. We know that he doesn't like
I
his
don't
family.
I don't think they run into Sanji. They run into Yonji and his sister
Oh no, they
Reiju.
don't. But we know what Sanji's up to because Sanji has an encounter with his dad.
Oh yeah, you were. I thought that was later.
Is it later? Is it right now? I don't know.
I think that's later because I think he's just talking to I think he's still in Bege right now.
Oh, okay.
Making the trip.
Yep, but they do run into Yonji and his sister.
Yeah.
And then
Yep, and then his sister takes all the poison out of him. That's how that.
is that is that just one of her German 66 abilities, or is that a dumb free ability?
That's just one of her Germa 66 abilities. She's like the poison. She's poison pink. You know, she's the poison member of Germa 66.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
So I guess she just has that ability.
So she just sucks all the poison out of Luffy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I do like this part where, they're like, "Can you help us?" And Yonji just says no, just because of how much of a dick he is. He's just like, "Nah, I ain't gonna help you."
Even though he saw Nami and was like, "What a babe."
Yeah, no, he saw Nami and he's like, he's got his brother's sense of
Taste in a woman.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Something that must have been genetically by birth, because like all of them like.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
But then then his sister Reiju is like,
Let's just go.
yeah, it was a little. She said Luffy, and then of course
Yeah.
they're like, all right, let's take off because they're not really like interacting or anything like they don't have any beef with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they run into Pudding.
They do run into Pudding because they reach like a chocolate island.
Yeah, one of the farther islands. Because Big Mom Whole Cake Island is really just like a whole bunch of islands. Like Whole Cake is the main island.
I think the whole area is called Toto Land, from what I remember.
Toto Land. I think you're right about that. Hold on. Yeah, Toto Land. Yeah.
Toto Land. Yeah.
And it's just a collection of islands.
It's just a collection of islands made out of like candy and
yeah.
stuff.
And you can eat whatever you want. Apparently, that's one of the
laws. Is just eat whatever you want. And they just happen to end up on Chocolate Island, and they start eating because they still have no food.
No. And that's when they run into Pudding.
Just eats an entire building.
Yeah, he bodies that building, bro. Luffy 80%ed that building, man.
He really did. I was hungry as fuck.
They run into Pudding and they're like, oh, and Pudding's like, oh, you guys are my fiance's crew, and she hasn't met Sanji yet at this point, I don't think.
Yeah,
no,
and she's like, hasn't.
Oh, I know a secret route you can take to Whole Cake. That way you don't have to, because she's a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
And so that you don't have to go to the main island. It's like this back force that you can take.
Yeah, there's like a route like in between the islands. Oh yeah, we get introduced to like these little sea snails that
Mm-hmm.
can like detect
They're like
things.
sonar, basically.
Yeah, and so there's a route through the islands that like don't set off any of them.
Yeah. And she's
That
like,
the siblings can take.
I'll go ahead and tell Sanji that you guys are coming,
Hmm.
and so we can wait for you there at the meetup point. And the Straw Hats are like, okay, man, this is what a nice person.
Yeah, what a nice person. Um, yeah, because I think she even like she like is like it's okay, eat as much as you want of the building or
Yeah,
something like that, and I don't know.
she's
It's
cute.
all.
I like her. You
Hmm.
know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's nice. She seems like perfect for Sanji. Honestly,
Yeah.
she's a cook too. Um,
And she's like, oh, I'm excited to get married,
hmm.
but if he doesn't want to get married, I'm okay
Yeah,
with that
I
too.
won't do
I'm
it.
not gonna force him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jinbei shows up
Oh
and he walks in, and Big Mom's like hanging out. She's in the middle of something else,
yeah. Yeah, she's
and like somebody tried to leave. What was it? I don't know. But I don't know who it was that she did this to, because it definitely wasn't Jinbei, because Jinbei was just watching this.
I think it was just like a rando.
It was just a rando, and one of her sons intervened to help this guy, and she was like, "Do you like, do you choose death?" And then
Yeah,
she pulls out 40 years of his lifespan. She could just pull out years of people's lifespan.
yeah. She has the soul fruit. We learn, which she can. Yeah, she can just steal people's souls. It's like
Mm-hmm.
phew, strong ability.
And then Jinbei was like, "Let me leave your crew," and she's like, "Let me spin the wheel."
And Jimmy is like, nah, never mind.
You know what? Hey, JK. No hard feelings.
JK, JK. Uh,
I would never dream of leaving your crew.
yeah, because I remember this is why Jinbei didn't join the crew
Hmm.
originally, because he's like, I got some stuff to deal with, and this is what he
This
was
is
dealing with.
he was gonna withdraw from the Big Mom Pirates. But he's like, yeah, I don't feel like dying today.
Yeah, yeah. This game's kind of rigged.
This is not the choice. It landed on like 80 years or something for him, because the
I
roulette is
don't.
just a bunch of numbers.
Yeah, it's a bunch of numbers. Like how much lives, how much like years of your life am I gonna take?
And then if she pulls out enough years to kill you, the remaining years go on to whoever's
Yep.
closest to you. She'll take out whoever is the closest to you to years.
Yeah. And so Jinbei's like, nah, that would
Nah,
hurt my crew.
yeah, Big Mom,
Yep, Big Mom, one of the
Hey, you're a nice
four
guy.
emperors, dude.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I kind of want to take a second to talk about Land as a
Sure.
setting, because it's such a weird setting, you know?
Well,
It's so cheery and like, I mean, I like it
do you
because
want
it's
to talk about like the truth behind it right now, or?
I mean, we can.
Was it like,
We already talked about her abilities.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
there's like the review is okay, but I mean, it's a pretty good review. Um, so
yeah. But yeah, Land. It's a whole like, it's everything's filled with like cartoon like creatures and
creatures
everything.
that
Like
are
there's
like the trees are alive, the
yeah, trees
clouds
are
have faces
alive.
on them, like
Yeah, there's tons. It's just so weird and like cheery and happy and like kind of like Disneyland almost. It
yeah,
feels
but it
like
feels off. Like there's something
yeah,
off about it.
it feels like Disneyland, but like too perfect. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Too happy. Um, like there's no trash cans around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no child screaming in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
um. So it's unsettling almost. Um, and yeah, no, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's fun. I like it. Um, and yeah, and then we learned that the whole thing is the reason all these things are alive is because of Big Mom's soul power. She takes like a month off of everybody's lifespan, like once a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and just
And she can put the souls into inanimate objects,
yeah,
and then those
to give them
objects
life.
do her bidding, basically. Like they have to listen to her.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
lot. It's a lot like the hobby fruit, but it's got more utility, I feel.
yeah, it definitely has more utility. You know, sugar can turn you into a toy for the rest of your life, but like Charlotte could just fucking boo, bye bye booey your lifespan.
Yeah, and then take your lifespan and just put it in a sword or something
Yeah,
like that.
and then the sword now, like, I don't know if it takes on the traits of the person from the soul. I don't think so. I don't
I
know.
don't
They
think it
don't go in that
does.
deep into it. They might. They never say,
No,
but
yeah, I don't know.
yeah. But anyways, the crew ends up at the woods that Pudding told them to meet up at, but Pudding's not there, and Sanji's not there, and they're like,
Sanji is there. Um,
"Oh, you're right, right, right." Well, yeah, they
yeah,
Luffy sees
but
both of them, and then they're like,
yeah, they
"Huh?"
see them from like a distance,
And then they
but
get
not
there
up
and like,
close.
"Where'd they go?" And then so they're like, "Oh, well, we'll just enter the woods, I guess."
Yeah, all right.
And then Luffy meets up with a clone of himself and starts scrapping. Like frame one, he's like,
Yeah, and he's like, "You're not me."
"Gamu Gamu no."
Starts trying to punch the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like the soul creatures are called homies. I forgot
Homies, dude.
they're called homies. That was funny to read. Um, yeah, and there's a bunch of the trees are all homies. Like the bridge is like homies. It's like there's a bunch of crocodile. Like there's a crocodile homie. It's like this is something.
Hmm.
The forest is kind of spooky, honestly.
Yeah.
Something's not right. Um, yeah, and there's a bunch of like copies of Luffy and like Nami
And they see
and
like
Chop. Like
Sanji, but they're like not them. Yeah.
yeah,
Um.
um,
And then we
yeah, and
find
then they
out about Lola. Is that her name? Bruley. Bruley.
Brule, yeah.
Bruley. Cause she traps Carrot in a mirror, and so we find out that she has the mirror ability,
Miro fruit or
the
something.
mirror fruit, so she can, you know, mirror somebody if need be.
Yeah, I don't get how that works, but you can like project an image of somebody onto something else, and it makes them act like that person. Or no, they act like the original thing, but they look like the other thing.
Yeah, I don't know,
They
but
were just a
all,
bunch of forest creatures
and
that.
also she has a mirror world.
Yeah, no, she has a whole mirror dimension that she has.
What a broken ass
Fucking
ability.
fucking man in the mirror from JoJo. Right?
It is man in the mirror, dude.
It's
Except man in the mirror doesn't make a mirror world. He's just a reflection. He's just
well,
light.
well, it is like a whole mirror world. It's just like it's like a reflected world, you know,
Yeah.
and you can pull people into it. It's like the same thing, kind
Oh,
of.
oh, oh, oh. Sorry, I was thinking of part three.
Oh,
See, because he doesn't have a mirror world. Hanged Man.
oh yeah, Hangman. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's
But
light. He's just a light stand.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, part five
Part
of
five, he
him.
does have a mirror world, and
Yeah,
it's not.
it's not.
It's
This
not.
one is more One
Yeah,
Piece.
this one is.
It's not just a reflection of the world. There's like a whole pocket dimension, like with a
Yeah.
bunch of.
Probably
It's like a Alice in Wonderland type Hall of Mirrors type thing.
only Oda would make a pocket dimension in his story that where characters aren't even that strong.
Yeah, no. For some reason, I mean, out of all the devil fruits we've seen, this is the only one that like messes with like the reality of space time. You
Yeah,
know, it's like
like
there's just a whole pocket dimension.
yeah, in any mirror within her range is connected to this pocket
Yeah,
dimension. Like any mirror in all of Toto Land. You
yeah.
just hop
So
in one mirror, you can come out the other.
you can fast travel with this fruit. It's a pretty useful fruit.
Oh yeah.
Um, but then I think Chopper and Chopper and Carrot body Brule. I'm pretty sure, and they take her as a hostage.
Yeah, because he goes Master
Um,
Point.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so they take her as a hostage, and they basically have fast travel now, which is
Well,
nice.
and Luffy and Nami helps out too. But yeah, because she got Thunderbolt tempo.
Yeah, but Luffy
Luffy fights
fights one of
a
the sweet generals.
mhm,
What are they called?
cracker. I don't remember
Yeah,
what
he
they're
fights
called, but
Cracker. They're called the Sweet Three, I think.
I'm
They're
about to
like the
look up
elites of Big
crackers.
Mom's army.
Yeah, cracker. Charlotte Cracker. Hold on.
Cracker.
Charlotte Cracker of the Three Sweet Commanders of Big Mom Pirates.
Yeah.
That might not be the dub name for it. I mean the Viz name for it, but that's what the
Yeah,
wiki says.
I think it was like the Sweet Three,
The
I think
Sweet
is
Three
what
or
they were
something.
called.
Yeah. Um, Luffy fights him. Luffy has to go into Gear 4.
You know,
Uh,
this guy has like an 860 billion, or not, 860 million berry bounty.
and he's got like
So
this armor fruit or something. He wears
he's got the
candy armor.
biscuit fruit. It's
Oh,
biscuit
biscuit
armor.
fruit. And biscuit armor.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
don't know what he
Luffy's like
looks like at
struggling
first.
to fight this one man, and then once he finally like breaks through him, it's just revealed that it's just a suit of armor, and there's the
Yeah.
actual guys inside, and he can make an army of these biscuits.
Yeah.
Um, Pretty strong fruit, honestly.
Yeah.
Because
Pretty good.
these biscuits are like as hard as like steel, you know. Like Luffy's punching them in Gear 4, and they're like
Yeah, he used
still
the
holding
con
up.
gun on him. The technique that took out Dofi. And
Yeah,
the
yeah, and they're just holding up against it.
yeah,
Um,
man.
but yeah, I think Nami uses rain to soften up the
The biscuit.
soften up the biscuit, and Luffy starts eating it.
Yeah. So Luffy, dude.
Luffy just ate literally whatever Cracker threw at him,
Uh-huh.
and then eventually Luffy just he got like a new form kind of
Yep.
just a fat Gear 4.
Fat gift for it.
Yeah, he's like a balloon tank
Basically,
man,
it's
he called it.
he yeah, I don't remember
Yeah, he
something
called
like
it
that.
Tank Man, and then he used that to beat Cracker. Um, and yeah, Cracker got taken out, which is it's kind of big, honestly. Um, he's a Cracker's a big was a
Yeah,
kind of a big fight, you know.
yeah, pretty good. And then meanwhile, we forgot to mention that Brooke and Pedro, along with Peckham's, went to go find the poneglyph.
Right.
Uh, and so they infiltrate Sweet City, and they hear that Jinbei's there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Peckham's dies. No, he doesn't. He gets shot by Big Egg. Big Egg tries to kill him like again though, but for real this
Yeah.
time. But he doesn't do it this time either because Peckham's lives.
Yeah. Like someone has got the turtle fruit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The Kame no Mi.
And then we see that Caesar, Big Mom wants Caesar to do the thing. Right, Caesar. Okay, so we find out what those kids were about
Yeah, oh
on Punk
yeah.
Hazard. So Caesar was doing a gigantification thing.
Yeah, he was making big children
Yeah.
on Punk Hazard.
And then
Um,
Big Mom like gave him money, uh, to do this research.
yeah, because she wanted her dream is to have a table where everybody she can sit at, and everybody's at like the same height as her.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause she's massive. She's not even a giant. She's just a giant ass child.
Yeah, which is funny because all her kids are ginormous too. Like half of her kids are like like 20 feet tall, dude. Like
There's a big range in the size of her
we got
kids.
Pudding, which is pretty average sized, and then we got like Katakuri. I guess we're not gonna talk about him until later, but like
Yeah, kind of crazy. Like he's like 15 feet tall.
yeah, like Jesus, man. But yeah, and then she's like, okay. Caesar's like, oh, all my research got destroyed, but I basically figured it out. And she's like, all right, you got 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got 2 weeks, and Caesar's like, I can't make people big. I can make children big with lots of drugs. I
Yeah,
can't make
like
big though.
basically he was since children are growing, he basically took the limiter off growth hormones for them, off the growth
Yeah.
thing, and that's how he made the children big. But those children were like gonna die if he kept doing it.
Hmm.
And he was like,
So,
"Ah, fuck."
yeah, so Caesar's like, oh god, I gotta hear. And I think this is when we jump into Sanji.
Sanji. So Sanji meets back up with his dad, Vinsmoke Judge.
Yeah, Vinsmoke Judge, dude. What a name. Just Judge.
And then this reminds me of that line. You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad. Because Sanji's like, you're not my dad.
Yeah, you're not my dad. And then I think we get a little bit of
Backstory.
Sanji's backstory, but
Do
we'll
we
get
want?
into that
Do we
later.
want to? Yeah. Do we want to just talk about it
I think we should do it all at once,
all at
honestly.
once? Later, we can
Um,
talk about it later when we get
yeah,
the
when we get to a
the
certain,
siblings.
yeah, the siblings. Um,
um, but
but so,
basically the backstory is how he escaped. He just left because they hated him, and his sister helped him
yes,
escape.
yeah. So Sanji's whole family was they were like engineered to be just built different,
Oh
like to be
yeah.
machines,
Mm-hmm.
to be like super
Okay.
soldiers.
Oh okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but Sanji turned out like not a super soldier,
Mm-hmm.
and so Judge was like, "You're a
You're a
failure.
failure.
You're the worst. You are a stain upon our family name." And basically just had like all the children bullied him.
Yeah.
And even his father just basically disowned him. Um,
And so his sister helped him escape.
yeah, his sister's like, I still,
Yeah, I mean, like she's
I
normal.
can't. Yeah, she's got emotions at least.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, 'cause Sanji didn't. Sanji had none of the things. He had still had his emotions, and he still had, and he didn't have like superhuman strength or anything like
Which
that.
is funny because he's a superhuman still right now. Like.
Oh yeah, but that's just from Sanji's hard work, dude.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
That's not even like from other stuff. Because again, when he was with his brothers, there's just like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, so his father locked him in a cage, and told like and just like he just locked him in a cage and put an iron mask around his face. It's
Yeah.
like, what a like. Okay, Judge is literally a worse father than Gold Roger, bro. Like, I was gonna bring this up earlier. Gold Roger, who's like literally dead. He was not able to do anything for Ace.
Yeah,
It's Judge is the worst father to Sanji than Gold Roger was to Ace.
bruh.
Literally, him doing nothing would have been better
Mm-hmm.
than what he did.
And that's when Sanji's like, "You're not my dad."
You're not my dad, and like
Zeph is
gets
my,
in a fight with him.
and Zeph is my dad, but Judge finds out Judge has sent assassins to East Blue. If
Yeah.
Sanji doesn't comply, they'll take Zeph's life.
Yep. And then
Uh,
they also put explosive
handcuffs
like
on him.
slave collars like around his arm, like the stuff we saw at Sabaody. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Like the stuff that they used to keep the slaves. His father put that on Sanji's hands. What an asshole, dude.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, and then Sanji helps a maid girl. That's not
yeah,
really like a big point. He just fights for his brothers because his brothers
yeah.
are
They're at a dinner
entitled
table.
assholes.
Hmm. And
um,
yeah, and they're like, Sanji's like, eat your food,
yeah,
and they're like, nah, why would I have
and
to
she's
finish
like,
my
"Man, this
food?
shit is delicious. She made this."
Yeah,
Oh, your
yeah, and then
brothers are so mean too. Oh
yeah,
fuck! I
his
just remember
brothers
what they
just.
did after this.
Oh my god, yeah, I know.
Oh my god!
His brothers threw a plate of food at the girl. It was like, this tastes like crap, and then Sanji picks it up and he's like,
He's
no,
like,
this is
"This
the
is
best thing I've had in my
delicious."
entire life.
And then he's like, "You guys need to learn how to be respectful to women and everything."
Yeah,
And then
and
like
then
Sanji
after
leaves.
dinner, after dinner, he comes across her unconscious body in like the kitchen or something like that.
Yeah, and just she's
She's she's
bruised,
half
dude.
dead, dude.
Oh my
They beat her
god.
half to death because of how Sanji stuck up for her,
Yeah.
basically.
They were like, we need to put her in her place, basically.
Jesus,
Oh
man.
my god.
Just
Uh,
what a family. What a family, man.
dude. And then the Straw Hats make it out of the woods after defeating Cracker and Brulee.
Yep.
And they run into Sanji outside in a carriage with his brother and his sister again.
Mm-hmm.
And then Luffy's like, "Hey, come back!" And Sanji's like, "I never want to see your face again."
Yeah, no, we get an Usopp Luffy fight. Version 2,
Yeah,
Sanji versus Luffy. Which is
I thought
like,
this didn't build up as well, in my opinion. But
I mean,
it's all right.
it's not built up as well.
Mm.
It's like it's different though.
It's different. It does hit
It
different.
hits for me. It hits just as hard.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just for a different reason than
it
like,
is. That's true. I'll give
because
you that.
whereas like Usopp and Luffy were like fighting over fighting over the mayor. You know, they had like a solid reason to fight. Um, Sanji's just like, it's like, nah, get away from me. You know, it's like, you're not my captain
Yeah.
anymore. Um, it's more of like, yeah, it's more like a, I
Mm.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, I understand. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sanji just wants to protect them, which is why he's
Yeah,
doing this.
yeah, exactly.
And then he leaves, and Sanji starts crying in the carriage, and Luffy's like, "I'm gonna stay right here, and I'm not gonna eat until you come back."
Yep.
Yep. And then,
What a bold claim, Luffy.
uh,
Especially in a goddamn like setting made of food.
yeah. And then Sanji meets up with Pudding. They meet for the first time, and Pudding's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. Do you have to go through this because of me?"
Yeah.
And
And Sanji's like,
it's all
Sanji's
right.
such like a broken man at this point, but he's like, Pudding's beautiful, you know.
Yeah, he's still simp. So
Yeah, no, and I mean, Pudding's like such a nice person too, you know. She's like the best possible option for Sanji to marry.
yeah, and then Sanji like makes Big Mom promise that she'll let his crew go after he marries,
Uh,
like if he agrees to marry her. And so yeah, that's the deal they come up with.
yeah,
Which I don't know, like if she was planning on keeping that deal because sends her army to body Luffy after this.
yeah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, so Luffy's like,
Oh, you know what we
Luffy's
forgot to bring up?
what?
Nami has Big Mom's Vivi card.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
she got way the fuck back in Thriller Bark.
From Lola.
Dude.
Forgot about that.
Also, Bege's wife is Lola's twin sister, but yeah, we can talk about that in the second part.
Yeah, no, I love that they have a kid, and his name is Pez.
He's so ugly, but he just looks exactly like Bege, basically.
Yeah, I love I love the kind of, there's like a kind of a pun with his name. His name is Pez. And it's like, he's like, I don't know. It's like a Pez dispenser, you know.
Yeah, 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 I agree.
Bege's ability.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's funny to me. I don't
But
know.
yeah. So Luffy gets bodied because he's hungry, and all of
Yeah,
that.
Luffy's like fighting off, yeah, Big Mom's like entire forces here, dude.
Yeah,
Um, and
and
they can't do that. You know, it's just two of them. Nami and Luffy.
and then
Um,
Big Mom puts him in a picture book, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, one of her children has like a book um ability that can put people and things in books.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, this is my book. Let me show you it," because she shows it to like Vinsmoke to judge and everything.
Yeah.
And then so she puts him in there. And Luffy trying to leave, bro. Luffy fucking ripping his own arm off, trying
I
to.
mean, that doesn't happen yet.
Oh, that doesn't.
I mean, that does happen. Because Pudding comes in
Yeah.
and
Oh,
and talks.
I thought he was already doing it before she showed up.
Nah, he was just chilling for the most
Oh,
part.
okay.
He's like, something will come along.
Yeah.
But then Pudding comes along and like whispers something into Luffy's ear.
Mm.
And Luffy and Nami's ear. She tells something. We don't know what though.
Mm.
But Luffy just is like, he's like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, he's like,
And
I
then
gotta go.
then he starts trying to pull a Zoro and rip his arms
Yeah.
off. Like, trying to get out of there, and Nami's like, "Stop!"
Yeah, and then we
It's
find out
that's
about Sanji's mom
harsh, man.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the whole backstory. So the reason Sanji was born different than his brothers, who were born as killing machines without emotion,
Mm-hmm.
was that her mom took drugs in order to hope that it would save them, and Sanji was the only one who, like, got affected by it, basically.
Yeah, who it
She had
worked on.
she had quadruplets, bro.
Is it I don't know if it was quadruplet. I think
Quadruplets? Or were they all born at the same day at the same time?
I don't know. Were they?
Because no wonder she died if they all came.
Well, I mean, and she was
And
again
she was
literally eating poison,
drug, yeah, but
um, to try and stop them. Um,
but then we have a scene
oh my god, this scene.
where Sanji, Sanji's sad, and but he's excited. No, he's sad that he's gonna not see his crewmates anymore, but he's excited to get married with Pudding because he actually really likes her.
Yeah, and so
And
he makes her
he
makes her
makes her a
lunch, you
little
know.
picnic basket, and she and
Yeah,
he goes onto
he
her
notices
balcony
that
because the door's
the
locked.
yeah the picnic basket is full of all the Straw Hat's favorite foods.
Yeah.
I like that detail.
And so because the door's locked and he's told he can't go in, but he's like, whatever, I'll just sneak around the back.
Yeah, I'll go through the window like a like a
Like a
like a
Romeo, like a
prince.
prince,
Yeah,
yeah.
like a Shakespeare type dude.
And he sees that Reiju's in there with him, with her,
Right.
and she's like, ha, joke's on you. I'm gonna I don't give a fuck about Sanji. We're gonna shoot him the moment the wedding ceremony pops off.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Instead of kissing him, I'm gonna shoot him in the
I'm gonna
head.
shoot him in the head. And
And
then
then Sanji, the one thing keeping Sanji going
yeah,
like right now, he just breaks down, man.
yeah, yeah.
This is this is my favorite panel in the fucking in
Sanji's
this
just so
series.
sad, and then he tries to
It's
light
raining outside, so he can't light his
his
cigarette.
cigarettes.
Oh my god.
Oh, it just crushes him, bro.
He just breaks down. Like he's trying to maintain a strong face, but he just like can't. He just
Mm-hmm.
he just breaks down. He starts crying.
Yeah,
It's like
and then Reiju's like, "All right, why would you tell me this?"
yeah.
And she's like, "Well, the
Uh,
funny thing is, goodbye to your memory."
yeah. And then she just her devil fruit ability is busted. She just removes her memory
it's
of that
it's
incident.
busted, but she has to touch their head to do it. Like she has to be right next to them to use it.
That's true.
Um, and meanwhile, Brooke is dying in Big Mom's room. Big Mom's napping, and Brooke is like trying not to die.
I mean I think Brooke was trying to get into like the room of treasure to get the
Yeah, he's
poneglyph
trying to get the
thing,
poneglyph.
and he just decided to 1v1 Big Mom.
Yeah, he squares up against Big Mom, dude. After
Like
he gets the poneglyph, which he didn't say. We're not supposed to know yet, but whatever. He gets
yeah,
it.
he gets it. And he's just like he just decides to again 1v1 Big Mom, one of the four emperors. It's
And
like
then he fucking does it,
god
dude.
damn, Brooke. Yeah, he actually puts up a decent fight.
Like, okay, Brooke, gee, pop off, dude. You
Yeah,
haven't done
pop
shit since
off,
Thriller
dude.
Park, and you lost to your own zombie.
Yeah. And oh yeah, an interesting thing about Brooke in this arc is that he's the Soul King, you know, like his
Yeah,
whole thing with the reviver life fruit. So he can like kind of negate he can kind of negate Linden's powers, you know, Big
yeah,
Mom's powers, in a way.
yeah.
He could kind of control the souls, which I thought was pretty cool, like pretty cool chemistry, you know. Gave Brooke a lot to do.
You know,
But yeah, then Brooke gets captured.
and then Brooke is
She's
captured.
like, this is cool. This is a living skeleton. I've never seen nothing like this, so I'm gonna keep it for my collection.
Yeah,
She starts carrying around like a teddy bear.
yeah, and Pedro blows up the courtyard for some reason. I don't remember. Oh, he tries to fight Tamago.
Ah, right.
Uh,
Forgot about Tomiko.
and then we find out
Like
that
that we met.
what happened with Pedro. So Pedro was on Total Land 5 years ago, and his friend was there with him, and the roulette wheel
Mm,
landed on 100 years
right.
for his friend, and so his friend died just after 30 years, and then Pedro had to fucking. He's
Pay
like,
the 70
no.
years.
Well, he was like, how much is this worth? And he rips his right out,
Oh my god, yeah.
and he's like, I bargained this. How many years is this worth? And then she's like, I like you. 50 years. And then Pedro fucking. So Pedro only has like, at that point, he was like
I
20
think
at the point, so he's got to be like 70 by now.
um I don't know.
He
I,
doesn't
I,
have
I
long to
remember
live.
that Peckham's bargained with Big Mom got 10 years off. I think he had 70 years to go. Um, like that he was gonna get taken off.
Yeah.
And Peckham's bargained, he got 10 taken off, and then the
And
eye
the
was worth
eye,
10.
yeah.
So then it was 50. Um,
Wow.
which like yeah, then Big Mom took 50 years off of his life. I don't know how old Pedro
Yeah,
is,
but he doesn't have too
honestly.
much longer, you know.
No, he came to Full Cake like expecting to die.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm not making it off this island alive.
And then Jinbei busts Luffy out the joint. After Luffy, like, tries to rip his arm off. And we find out that the thing that Pudding told them was that she was gonna kill Sanji. Uh, and that's why Luffy's fucking trying to rip his arms off right now to get out of there.
Mm.
And then, but Jinbei shows up and he's like, "I knew you guys would be here, so I'm gonna free you guys." And then Nami and Luffy just automatically books it back to the spot where he promised to wait for Sanji.
hmm
Um, but Nami meets back up with Chopper and they go save Brooke,
Brick.
who's sleeping with Big
Oh,
Mom.
yeah, no, I love this. I love this scene because they like there's like a I forget what happens. There's something like pops up in the falls down in the room, and then like the two soul creatures that she keeps just blasted that one spot. There's like a crater in the floor, and then everybody's like, ah! Even Jinbei, like even Jinbei's face is like, like how are we gonna, how do we like this is impossible.
Yeah, so good.
Make it work back.
They get booked back. It's fine. They switch him out with like a fake, but she doesn't even notice. She wakes up and she's like, "Oh, I think I killed it."
It's like, oh, my skeleton's dead.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, then she just kind of tosses him aside.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um,
But yeah, and this is where we find out where Brooke actually succeeded in copying the poneglyph.
yeah.
Because we didn't see before, like it was unconfirmed whether he got it because he just squared up against her.
I mean, it was such a, it was a good reveal because Brooke is all casual about it. Like they're like, all right, well now we got to get the poneglyphs and everything, and it's like, oh, I already got
No, yeah,
those.
he reaches in his head like, "Ah, here you go."
There you go. So, and then everybody's like, Brooke, you amazing man.
uh,
Uh, um,
and
yeah.
then we get another good scene. Oh my god!
Oh my god,
So
yeah.
Sanji after
Because I remember just a second.
Mhm.
I think Luffy is asking where like Luffy was running around the castle wondering where Sanji was, and then somebody like tells him or something like that. Luffy just jumps out the window,
yeah.
like jumps out like a high ass window out and goes to run back to the spot,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it.
And Luffy hasn't eaten in like a few days at this
Oh
point.
yeah, no,
And
Luffy's just out of it, man.
yo, okay, Whole Cake got best new world paneling so far, bro, and some of the worst. But we'll get to that in part two. But like the scene so Luffy goes out there and he's just and Sanji shows up and he's got the fucking basket, but he was crying on the way and then he dropped it and then it got covered in rain, basically got all washed up and mixed together.
Yeah.
And then Sanji shows up and Luffy, like, just the panel where you see Luffy just sleeping there.
Luffy's like a goddamn mummy, dude.
Dude, and then he looks up and he sees Sanji and he's like,
Yeah, Luffy looks like he did
Yanji!
after fighting Crocodile the
Yeah.
first time, bro.
He's like, Sanji! And,
Sanji came back.
and then Sanji's like, yeah, it's not good, but here you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then Luffy fucking devours that shit. He's like, that shit was
That
delicious.
shit was delicious. Yeah, which I like because in the flashbacks, his mom does the same thing to
Mm-hmm.
his like bad cooking
Too,
when he was
back when he
first
was
starting out.
learning how to cook.
Yeah,
And then,
I thought that was moment was great.
and then Luffy punches him and he's like, you gotta tell me everything.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, she's like, or Sanji's like, I'm still gonna go get married.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's like, I can't leave yet because I hit my captain. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I got they're holding Zeph hostage, and I don't want my family to die.
Yeah.
No
Even though I
matter like,
hate him. Yeah.
even though I hate him,
Except for Reiju.
yeah. I don't want to abandon my family to die like this, you know.
Yeah. Reiju's still
Um,
nice to him when they first meet up too.
yeah.
Because even she after like she doesn't like what her brothers do most of the time, and she tries to keep them calm.
Hmm.
um, and even she's like, "What happened to you since we last met?" And he's like, I got a dad basically. Zeph. I learned everything I learned from Zeph.
Yeah.
And
You got an actual good dad.
yeah. But then and then Bigot shows up.
Pega shows up, dude.
And Jinbei's like, I suggest we team up with him. And then Luffy's like, I gotta hear the plan first. Luffy's like,
Yeah.
I don't trust you. Let me hear the plan, and then I decide whether we could work together or not. And so we find out that Bege is about to clap Big Mom. The whole
Yeah, Vegas has an assassination plot
yeah,
going on Big Mom, dude.
and it all goes down at the wedding.
At the wedding. Yeah, there's a few good moments because they meet inside Bege.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And Brook is a little cracked because he squared up against Big Mom. Of course, he's fucking cracked.
yeah.
And Luffy's
Um,
missing a few teeth. And then they
yeah,
drink milk.
Chopper and not or oh yeah. Brook and Luffy just they raid the fridge like without permission. They're like, oh, there's some milk in here, and they're like, Luffy's like, perfect timing. I lost a tooth, and Brook's like, I got a crack, and then they're just fixed.
And like
And
one of Biggie's members is like, "You guys are not human."
it's just like, what the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, there's Hatless Chopper for like I think the first official panel.
Yeah.
God, I took a screenshot of that. Just Hatless Chopper, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we learned that Bega has Caesar. No, Gangster Gastino. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Yeah.
Um,
They do have Caesar though. Like there.
he renamed himself though.
Oh
He's
right.
undercover.
I forgot.
Yep. 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 Caesar's
oh
like,
my god.
I'm not Caesar. What are you talking about? Caesar's still at the factory working on stuff for Big Mom. I'm Gangster Castino. Oh my god.
Yep.
And everybody's like, no.
Nah, Caesar. Okay. Anyways, okay, Beggy, I guess we'll work with you.
Yeah.
Even though so the plan is Big Mom's basically indestructible, but Beggy knows that she has a weak point because she has a picture of a woman named Karma. And one time he saw somebody crack the image, and Big Mom just had a panic attack in that moment.
Yeah, and when her legs started bleeding, her knees started bleeding.
Yeah, she fell to her knees because it scraped. Her knees got scraped, which never happens because she's always got hockey enforced.
Yeah, she's she is a like warship unto herself. She's like nigh invincible.
And so the idea is we sneak in there, we break the picture, and then when the picture happens, we hit her with a fucking rocket launcher or whatever.
Yeah, they were gonna hit her with some like gas weapons, poison. They're gonna poison her
and
with some of Caesar's stuff. That's why they had Caesar.
And yep, I forgot.
And that's basically the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I just cracked the painting, and
Kill Big Mom.
kill Big Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just like that. Easy, easy, easy peasy.
Mm-hmm. And then the next morning, the wedding starts, and that's where we're gonna stop for right now.
Pretty much. Yep. They're like, all right, time to head out.
Yep. And next week we get
Time to make
into
this plan.
tantalizing second half with some great battles. Basically, just back-to-back battles, though, for a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean the whole wedding like siege thing is real fun too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a lot of stuff next week
Yeah.
that I'm not gonna hype
Oh,
about.
dude, I'm more excited about next week. This week was pretty good, but
Yeah,
okay.
first half has like the best like the emotional parts of this arc,
Mm-hmm.
and then next week is the like
The hype
it's like
moments.
okay we got all the like emotional beats figured out. Time to get to the fights. Time to
Yeah.
get the hype.
And remember, Big Mom had. Oh yeah, Big Mom wants to open the chest at the wedding.
Oh yeah, the Tamate box or whatever.
The Fishman Island box.
The Fishman Island box that's been rigged with an explosive that the Straw Hats don't know about, that Big Mom doesn't know about, literally just Neptune and his advisor know about.
That'll be interesting. We'll have to see what they do with that next time
Yeah.
on Two Boys One Piece. But
Next time
yeah,
on Two Boys, One
one
Piece.
next time on Two Boys One Piece. Will Sanji get married to Pudding?
Probably not.
Who gave Luffy a straw hat? Shanks? Sonic?
Sonic. uh,
Next time on Two Boys One Piece, we review the 4 Kids dub.
yeah.
Oh God.
That's what we're doing next time.
100%. But yeah, no. Next week we'll be covering Whole Cake Part 2 and Properly Reverie.
Probably.
Maybe, most likely. But yeah.
We shall see.
I have a lot more thoughts about Whole Cake, but it involves talking about the second half of it, so.
Yeah. We can't really give our full thoughts on it here because, we only...
But it's good, and Zoe's great. Whole Cake great. I love Sanji.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji.
This arc bumps Sanji up.
Oh yeah, 100%.
A lot.
Sanji from number 1 to number 3 after Thriller Bark. Back to like number 2 probably. I don't know. I might put him above Usopp now again, but yeah, I go back and forth.
We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there. I have to decide, but yep.
Yeah, no, this arc is so good. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give my full thoughts on it next week.
Next week. Yep. Thank you all for watching Two Boys One Piece, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Catch next time.
Let's go!